Hey, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honors, and glories due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakab Badash. I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect out there scattered around the four corners of the earth. Now, this is going to be a quick video. I should have done this a while ago, but a few weeks back, few weeks ago, we had something tragic happen where I don't know if you guys watch what they call European football, but here in the States, only in America they call it soccer, quote unquote. A German legend, okay, by the name of Gerd Muller, okay, and he's a Jake. He's a well-known icon in Germany. You know, one of the stars of Germany. And before I get into his whole biography, he was one of the main reasons why Germany won that World Cup in, I believe it's 1970, you know? But I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit here. Let's see if I can find it. It says here, a legendary German and Bayern Munich striker, Gerd Muller, has died at the age of 75. Muller won the 1972 Euro Championship and the 1974 World Cup, a Club World Cup, 3 European Cups, and a European Cup Winners' Cup, 4 Bundesliga titles, and 4 German Cups. He also won the Ballon d'Or in 1970. Wow. His total of 365 goals remains a German record, while a single season high of 40 was beaten only by Robert Lewandowski last term, in which Robert Lua, he had 41 goals in 29 games, which is amazing. You know how hard it is to have that. That means you have to score at least 2 to 3 goals each game. And that's consistent. Okay, consistently, because there are about 40 and something odd matches in a game. Okay, and if you're scoring 41 in 29 matches, that's amazing. And he honestly could have scored more, but he was injured for like a couple of weeks, so that took off some matches from him. They should have played. Let's see, and Robert Lewandowski is a Jake as well. He's a world renowned striker, probably the best striker ever to exist as of now in this modern football society. Now, you guys probably don't understand the type of terms I'm using, but if you ever start watching quote unquote soccer, you understand that these achievements that he has are not easy. They're not easy. It says here, Muller stands with Messi, Ronaldo, and Pele in 700 goal club. Today's a sad black day for Bayern and all of its fans. Gerd Muller was the greatest striker there has ever been, and a fine person, a personality in world football. Bayern president Herbert Heiner said, "We are united in deep sorrow with his wife Ushi and his family. Without Gerd Muller, Bayern would not be the club we all love today." Yeah, he made that club great. He's the one that brought glory. Well, one of the key figures that brought glory to Bayern Munich, because back then, during like the 70s and the 60s, man, Germany was one of the hardest leagues in the world. Along with Serie A, the Italian league, and La Liga. During that time, England was like still coming up. They didn't have that many stars. They didn't have that many talented players. But it was Italy, Germany, and Spain. Those were where all the world class players went to play. So the fact that he did that in a competitive league and brought glory to Bayern Munich and helped shape it into the powerhouse that it is now, that tells you a lot of how great he is. And only a J can do that. This is Mueller scored 14 goals at 2 World Cups, 7 each. He in 1972. He hit 85 goals in only 60 matches for club and country. 85, and that's only in a season, a calendar year. 85 goals, man. 60 matches. That remained a world record until Messi scored 91 times in 69 matches in 2012. That's a beautiful ass record. And I wasn't aware when that happened, but for you to score almost 100 goals in 60, 70 matches, man, that's no easy feat, you know? It's crazy. This is him right here, you know? He kind of looks a little bit like if Apostle Ramos was just a little bit lighter, you know? Kind of similar, you know? Records don't mean much to me, but if someone deserves to surpass me, then it's Messi, we would say at the time, you know? The forward nicknamed the Bomber, the nation means the Bomber of the nation. Scored 68 goals in 62 games for Germany, making him their top scorer until Miroslav Klaus surpassed his total in 2014. His most important goal came in the 1974 World Cup final when he scored the winner in a typical style with a quick turn and a finish and a 2-1 win over the Netherlands, his last game as a West Germany international. Born in Nordlingen, Bavaria, on November 3rd, 1945, Muller did not play football at the club level until he was 12. You can see here this picture of him when he was young. And I was looking at this picture, I'm like, this dude, he kind of looks like a Gadite, you know? He has those features of a Gadite, you know? I could be wrong. He could be of any of the other tribes, but I believe when I first seen this picture, like when he was young, I was like, man, this dude could be a Gadite because he got that look, you know. But he also could be a Judite. You don't know, you know. We'll find out in the kingdom. He moved to Bayern in July 1964 and played a key role as they were promoted to the Bundesliga the following year, following scoring 39 goals in the 1964-65 season. In his first year in the German top flight, he scored 15 goals in 33 games, which is not that good. His worst career turn. So, 15 goals in 33 games for some players, that's like a good season for them, you know. But for him, that was the worst ever. That tells you how high his standard was. Eventually, how high it became as his career progressed. You know, Muller went on to become the league's top scorer in 7 of the next 14 seasons. Wow. Enough of me reading that. Oh yeah. I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read a little bit of this right here. After 3 years at Fort Lauderdale, Muller retired in 1981. Returning to Germany a few later, he struggled with post-playing life and slowly descended into alcoholism. He overcame his addiction with the help of his old club Bayern, where he held several minor positions before being diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. Oh my God! In the early 2010s, wow. So he was being afflicted, man. You know, he was under the curses. That tells you right there that he was under the curses, man. After all that fame went away, after all those little small blessings, the Lord jacked him up, you know. Caught Alzheimer's disease, he descended to alcoholism, he was getting fucked up, you know. And a lot of people don't know, but you know, a lot of these Jake entertainers, celebrities, athletes, whatever you call them, after their career is done, man, all hell just breaks loose, you know. It's like the Lord holds on to curses until after their career is finished, and then the curse just tears them up, you know. Them curses just tear them up. This is Genesis 22, and I'm gonna start at verse 15. And the angel of the Lord called unto Abram out of heaven the second time and said, by myself have I sworn, saith the Lord, because thou hast done this thing, and hast not withheld thy son yet, because the Lord told him to sacrifice his son, and Abraham did it, with no questions asked, nothing, And Abraham had tears in his eyes because who would ever want to sacrifice his only son? It's not his only son, but that's the son that was promised to have the heir. Okay, so hey man, it was a hard thing for Abraham to do what he had to do, and the Lord stopped it before it got too bloody. The Lord stopped it. And said by myself, I have sworn, I said, saith the Lord, for because thou hast done this thing, and hast not withheld thy son, thy only son, that in blessing will I bless thee, and in multiplying I multiply the seed as the stars of the heaven, and as the sand which is upon the seashore, and thy seed shall possess the gate of his enemies. Verse 18, and in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because thou hast obeyed my voice. And the reason why I brought that out was because, you got to understand something. The nation of Israel, as it says here, so this is Hosea 8 and 8. Israel swallowed up. Now shall they become among the Gentiles as a vessel where there is no pleasure. And that Gentiles is really talking about the heathen nations. Jake is among the heathen nations, making these nations great, man. The top entertainers, the athletes, even going to the educational realm, man. Jake succeeds in all of those aspects. Don't be surprised if any of those top innovative uh, scientists and whatnot, and doctors and lawyers are most of them are Jakes, because the Lord said, Salakia, that in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed. It means you've gone to that word blessed, it means to be excellent. So pretty much these nations are becoming excellent off of the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and that's what you see here. A lot of these Edomites, they think he's one of them, but they don't know that he descends from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's of our kinsmen, of our genealogy. He's of our family. It's just that his forefathers have been mingled, you know, for generations upon generations, and now he looks like this. So I just wanted to bring this out. My father knows about him. He watched some of his games. I don't know too much about him, but when I seen that, I was like, oh shit, this is a legend. He's up there with Pele, Ronaldinho. Well, yeah, you can say Ronaldinho, but his career was short lived. Romario, Maldini, Baresi, Beckenbauer, Oliver Kahn, all these greats, man. He's up there. He's of a legend status. So, that's very interesting. When I learned about this news, but that's pretty much it. I didn't want to make this lesson too long. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of your millstone who love, and peace, blessing, and citation to hopeful elect out there. And guys, you're gonna have a lot of Israelites looking like all these different nations, man. You know, it's just something that we have to talk about and express. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.